Hello and welcome back to Blake Check. My name's Blake and this is my newly purchased used 2013 Tesla Model S60 that I took delivery of a little over 2 weeks ago. I'll link that super short video in the description below. Please check it out if you haven't done so already. I had a lot of fun making that video with my wife and we've received a lot of positive feedback on it, so we appreciate it, guys. Thank you. So now that the honeymoon phase is essentially over, I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of everything I don't like about this car, as well as my complicated experience buying a high mileage used electric car from a third-party dealer online like Carvana. Let's get right into it. So my first problem with this car is the fact that the front passenger door handle does not work. What's supposed to happen is as you approach the car with the key fob on you, all the door handles are supposed to present themselves so that you and your passengers can just stick your hand inside the door handle and pop it open. However, this front passenger door handle is about as dysfunctional as Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's relationship, so as you can imagine, especially if you're trying to show off your new, cool car to your friends and you have to reach over the center console to unlock the door handle from inside, it's going to look pretty janky. So, fortunately, Tesla has mastered fixing this because it's a common issue and they have to fix it all the time. So it's a pretty quick and easy fix, only costs about $200 to $400, but that's a problem if it happens often and to my other door handles, so I'll just have to keep an eye on that. So my next problem with my car is this broken moonroof. The control for the moonroof, like most things in the car, is in the center screen, and when you press this button, what should happen is that the moonroof whirs open and you get a nice cool breeze in your car, but what actually happens is this sound that resembles something like a bunch of rocks in a blender. This is another common issue with older, aging Model S's. Actually, fun fact, this issue became so common that Tesla removed the moonroof as an option after the 2008 model year, which is why you see the newer Teslas with the fixed panoramic roof. And honestly, I wouldn't mind the fixed panoramic roof because this seems like something that's just going to keep breaking. So there's a few more things I don't like about this car. I'll lump them all together into one category called minor annoyances. So the first minor annoyance is this screen yellowing that I've noticed around the center touch screen. It's not too obvious, it isn't impairing anything, it doesn't indicate loss of function by any means, it's just annoying to look at, it's unsightly. The second issue is this lag that I've noticed in both the center touchscreen and the digital gauge cluster. After the car's been sitting idly for some time, it seems like it takes both of these screens up to 30 seconds to boot up, which isn't too big a deal. Like I said, minor annoyance. So again, I'm told that these are common issues for aging Model S's. They're not necessarily indicative of loss of function, but rather they're cosmetic issues. So Tesla tells me that they have a solution for both of the problems that I just mentioned under the category of minor annoyance. It could cost up to a couple $100 to repair these. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to grin and bear it for now. Maybe in the future I'll fix it, but again, minor annoyance, not worth fixing right now. So the last thing I don't like about my car is the Tesla service experience that comes with it. And this problem isn't as straightforward as you might think. So normally with a traditional manufacturer or dealer, when you have a service-related concern, you can just call your local dealership and schedule an appointment, or go online to schedule an appointment, whatever. Or alternatively, you could take your car to a third-party service center, or for those of you who are more mechanically inclined, you might even do the work yourself. But Tesla, they like to mix things up a little bit by, one, intentionally making it nearly impossible to reach anybody by phone to schedule an appointment or talk about anything, really. So that includes ordering parts, anything like that, anything you might need to speak to somebody about. It's going to be incredibly difficult to do over the phone. The only way I was able to even schedule my first service appointment was by going down to the service center in person and speaking to somebody face to face. Otherwise, I might not have even been able to get my car in as early as I did. And I say early, but it took me 3 or 4 weeks to get my car in from the time that I scheduled that appointment. So if that wasn't complicated enough, my appointment got canceled inexplicably. So I asked the service folks to verify my appointment about a week ahead of time just to be safe. They looked in their system, and lo and behold, there's no appointment. They couldn't explain to me what happened or why it was canceled, but fortunately they were able to use some administrative authority or something to reinstate that appointment on the same day and time. So not sure what happened there, or if that's something that I need to be worried about again in the future. They say that's not something that happens often, so I'll just have to take their word for it. So as many of you probably know, Tesla does not like to cooperate with third-party service centers, and this can be for a number of reasons. They say it's due to safety concerns, which is understandable, but the way that the Tesla infrastructure is growing, or the rate at which it's growing, I don't see this as a sustainable model for service and cooperation with third-party service centers. It seems like Tesla's products are becoming so common that their service center system isn't large enough to facilitate repairs for all these cars. So cooperating with third-party centers kind of seems like a necessity if they want to maintain customer satisfaction. So, to summarize, with the exception of the broken door handle and sunroof, all of the things I don't like about this car can be considered minor issues. Overall, I love this car, and thanks to some research, I anticipated many of these problems. Furthermore, as I mentioned, my first Tesla service appointment is coming up soon, after which all or most of these issues should be addressed and resolved. But I'll make sure to post an update video so I can let you know if I truly made a mistake buying this car. As for now, would I recommend buying a used Tesla from a third-party dealer? The short answer is yes. For the most part, I did my research and I knew what I was walking into with this car, and I'm confident that the problems I mentioned will be resolved and paid for by Carvana. Comment below with your thoughts. Have you ever bought a car online? Do you think I would have been better off buying directly from Tesla? Let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe below. This has been Blake Check, and that's a wrap.